Thank you for your cooperation. Where are you from?
I'm from Ukraine.
Are you visiting here or living here?
I'm living here and working here as a model.
That's very cool. Today, I want to ask about food, especially Japanese food.
Okay.
So, like before coming to Japan, what kind of Japanese food did you know?
Okay, sushi, of course. Sushi.
Typical one.
It's like
Most famous.
typical, yeah. Ramen, I knew. Yeah, that's all.
That's all.
Yeah.
Okay. So, after coming to Japan, what kind of Japanese food did you know the first time and try first time?
I think it's my first time when I tried really good sushi. Like really good, because in my country, in Ukraine, we have kind of sushi, but it's rolls, like with Philadelphia cheese, with fish, of course, but it's not that sushi like here. Also, I really like tonkatsu and of course onigiri. I really love onigiri.
Which taste of onigiri you like?
Tuna mayonnaise.
In which convenience store?
Family Mart.
Family Mart is the
Yes,
best.
yes.
Rather than
That's the best
Rawson and the 7-Eleven.
No. There is like in Family Mart one onigiri with tuna and mayo, which have like round. There is maybe soy sauce in the rice, so that's why I really like this one. Yeah,
Right.
ramen. I tried ramen first time when I came to Japan, so for me it was like something so, I don't know, like how to say, incredible. It was so tasty.
Okay.
It was so heavy.
After finishing eating it, like
I can't eat all the day. Like I ate only ramen in a day, and then I can't eat.
Are there Japanese restaurants in Ukraine?
As I said before, like we have a lot of rolls places.
Do you think is Japanese food popular in Ukraine or not so famous?
Rolls.
Only rolls?
Yeah, only rolls, I guess. Maybe ramen also.
Are there ramen restaurants?
Yeah, in Kyiv a lot of ramen restaurant. Actually, I know about Thai food restaurant, Chinese food restaurant. Yeah, in Ukraine, Indian food restaurant, but no like Japanese.
Not many Japanese restaurants.
Yes.
Did you try Japanese curry here?
Yes, this one I also like the most, I
Okay.
guess. I really like the Japanese curry with tonkatsu, with rice and tonkatsu and
Katsukari.
Yes, it's so tasty. It's so delicious.
So you hold like Rawson karage-kun.
Yes.
You like it?
Chicken with cheese, of course. It's chicken and cheese.
Lastly, please tell us your favorite, your recommendation of your cuisine, your country's cuisine.
My country's cuisine, of course, it's borscht.
Borscht.
Borscht. It's the most popular, and it's Ukrainian, of course, Ukrainian one. I really love vareniki. It's like kind of dumplings. I love with cottage cheese and with cherries and also with cabbage, like a lot of kind of vareniki. And also котлета по-киевски. It's cutlet with butter inside, like chicken fillet. Котлета по-киевски with smashed potato.
It's great.
It's so good.
Okay. It was very nice to talk with you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much also, guys. Thank you.
Thank you for your cooperation. Where are you from?
I'm from Austria.
Austria.
I'm too.
Are you visiting here or living here?
We are here for holidays.
Holidays.
Yes.
Okay. Today, I want to talk about food. Firstly, like before coming to Japan, did you know some Japanese food or did you try some Japanese food?
Yeah, I follow a YouTube channel from a Japanese person, and she makes bento boxes.
Bento.
Yeah, so I've seen some Japanese food before,
Okay.
and I really enjoy it as well. But I think it's not as known how many Japanese dishes there are actually to foreigners. I think most people just know the classics for Europeans is sushi.
Oh yeah.
But there's so much more.
Like it's obvious as everyone knows sushi.
Yeah. Exactly.
And like second popular one, second famous one is bento.
Yeah, I would say ramen.
Ramen.
Is probably also very famous.
What about bento? Is it like famous? Or you know?
I think it's just for like geeks, or people who are like really into Japan and Japanese culture. They know bento, but apart from them, I think it's not as known actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then what kind of food will be kind of like typical when you guys think of Japanese food?
For me, it's ramen.
Ramen.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's miso soup and rice for
Wow.
me. It's like the first thing I think about when I think of Japanese food. And also fish. Any kind of fish.
Okay. You
Yeah.
seem to know a lot about Japanese food, like miso soup, bento.
I'm a foodie.
Okay.
I love food.
Yeah. By the way, in Australia, is it like possible to get like hot food in convenience store or like a store like convenience store?
I think you can get it, but it's not common. Like usually you get cold foods in convenience stores.
Okay.
It's like sandwiches. But it's not like here. Like here you go to the convenience store and you get any kind of dish, like noodles and stuff.
Yeah.
And that's amazing. We wish it was better in Austria.
Do you have a Japanese restaurant in your country?
Yeah, we do. But as I mentioned before, it's like more common to go to places to eat sushi. I think that's the most typical Japanese you can get. But it's very rare to find Japanese restaurants where they make different kinds of dishes.
Is it usually like fancy restaurant or it's like reasonable?
It's probably more the fancy
Yes.
and the pricey restaurants. Yeah, you pay a bit more to get food there. Yeah.
So did you find it like cheap here, like to get the same thing?
Yes, it's much cheaper.
Yeah,
Okay.
Much
that's
cheaper.
actually something we have talked about since we came here. It's very reasonable to like go to restaurants here because it's cheaper all over. It's just
like a third of the prices
yeah,
in Austria.
probably.
Like it's
And it's
really
it's really enjoyable. So that's the reason we have only eaten since we have arrived. We like eat constantly because it's great.
So you should eat as much as possible here.
Since we're here, yes.
Yeah. Okay, so nextly, I want to ask, like you mentioned, like we talked about about Japanese food. It is like ethnic cuisine for you guys. For us, like for example, in Japan, like speaking of ethnic food, Thai food, Chinese food are very popular here. What kind of like foreign cuisine are like a big one in your country?
Italian food.
Italian.
Yes.
Yeah. I think it's because they're close by. It's like a neighboring country is
Okay.
Italy. So we have many influences in our cuisine from them, but also we just have many Italian restaurants.
I think a lot of Indian places.
Indian food as well.
Yes.
Like curry?
Yes,
Yes,
exactly.
exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but there are just a lot of Indian restaurants around.
What about Japanese food? Is it like popular one or not so much?
It
I
is
know
popular.
so many people that say they love Japanese food, but then they always mean sushi.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Okay, it was very interesting to talk with you guys. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you for your cooperation. Where are you guys from?
We're from Sydney, Australia.
Sydney, Australia. Are you visiting here?
Yeah, we're here for about a month.
Today I want to ask about food, especially Japanese food. Firstly, before coming to Japan, what kind of Japanese food did you know?
Obviously sushi,
Sushi, yeah. Katsukare,
Katsukare.
yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Ramen.
Ramen.
Yeah. Soba, other
yeah.
noodles, yeah.
I think those are probably the main things that you can eat in Australia easily.
Yeah.
Katsukare too?
Yeah,
Yeah,
and the
katsukare.
onigiris.
Onigiri.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you usually eat Japanese food in your house?
We do sometimes because my mum's Japanese, so she cooks a fair bit of Japanese food. But when we go out, not really.
Yeah. I think for me, I didn't eat a lot of Japanese food until I met him, obviously.
Even sushi?
Sushi, yeah.
Sushi
I've eaten
exception.
sushi my whole life.
Yeah.
But I was definitely introduced to more kind of Japanese food once I met him, and his mum kind of fed me lots of it.
Now you mentioned many Japanese foods. What is a typical Japanese food if you think of Japanese food?
Okay. For me, it would be donburi.
Donburi.
Yeah, with the miso set, miso soup. and little salads and side dishes. That would be what I think of a typical Japanese meal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think I'd agree with that too.
Like after coming to Japan, what kind of Japanese food did you know for the first time and did you try first time?
Well, for me, when we were in Kyoto, we ate at a very traditional kind of, I don't even know what you call it. It was a donburi, but it was more of like a soy milk kind of thing on top of the rice. And I'd never tried anything like that before with like, what do you call the little fish?
Chirimanjaku? Yeah.
Yeah, so that was probably the most, I'd never thought, I'd try
Yeah.
that kind of food before.
Yeah. She's also tried omurice, which she hasn't before.
Yeah.
So that was something different.
Which was your favorite Japanese food?
I'd say ramen in Fukuoka.
Yeah.
We
We
went-
tried some vegan ramen as well.
Yeah.
That was
vegan?
very yummy. Yeah.
No, we're not
Oh,
vegan,
we're not
but
vegan.
we tried it.
But we tried it. It was very good.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Okay. So it was very interesting talk with you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank
No
you.
problem. Thank you guys.
Thank you for your cooperation. Where are you guys from?
From Sydney, Australia.
How many times have you been here?
I've been here 4 times.
times.
It's my first time.
First time.
Yeah.
Okay. Where have you been so far?
I've been in Kyoto, Osaka, Nagano, and Tokyo.
In Nagano to snowboard.
Yeah,
Okay.
snowboarding.
So how long have you been here?
On this trip,
3 weeks now.
You've had a lot of Japanese food maybe.
yeah.
So today I want to ask about Japanese food. Before coming to Japan for the first time, what kind of Japanese food was like typical for you? Like what kind of Japanese food did you know?
Sashimi,
Okay.
edamame,
Sashimi, sushi rolls,
ramen,
nori rolls,
Ramen.
ramen.
curry.
Curry.
Yeah.
Oh, Japanese curry.
Japanese curry. I actually make the Japanese curry at home.
What kind of Japanese curry?
I do a katsu curry.
Katsu curry. Okay. So like after coming to for you multiple times
Yep.
and for your first time to Japan, what kind of Japanese food did you know for the first time?
I think the pancakes, cabbage pancake.
Okonomiyaki? You mean?
That one. Yeah, I haven't had that before.
Okay. Where did you try it?
I was in a little restaurant in Nozawa.
The takoyaki.
Takoyaki.
Takoyaki. I
Okay.
never had before.
And
Yeah.
you try it and
In Miyoko. Yeah.
in Miyoko.
Yeah.
You liked it?
Oh, so good.
Right. Are there a lot of Japanese restaurants in Australia, Sydney, Australia?
Yep.
Yeah, not good ones.
No good ones.
Nah,
There's
and if
only
you
one
do-
good one that I know of.
Yeah. And if you get really good, it's really expensive.
So you can like have a very qualified Japanese food here with reasonable price.
Yeah.
Super cheap food.
Okay.
Yeah.
Way cheaper.
Yeah. Way
Okay.
cheaper.
So if you eat same ramen, like how much?
Double
Yeah.
the price.
Okay.
Like 8,000 yen ramen would be
8,000 yen.
sorry
800.
800
Okay.
yen. Sorry, 800 yen would be 2,000 to 2,500.
For us in Japan, when we think of ethnic cuisine, we think about Chinese, Thai food.
Yeah.
What about in Australia?
Much the same. We've
Same.
got sort of Indian, Japanese.
Italian. There's no like real like Aussie food. There's lots of cuisines.
Yeah, there's lots of mixed culture in Australia.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
hard to put a name on what is Australian food.
Yeah.
If you have to like name Aussie Australian food, what will be that one?
Bacon egg roll.
Do you like it?
Not so much.
No, so
I
you
never really.
prefer like foreign cuisine.
I'd prefer to have Japanese curry for breakfast.
Japanese. Okay. It was very interesting to talk with you guys. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
ご視聴ありがとうございました。いかがだったでしょうか。私は異国料理でしたら中華料理の麻婆豆腐やチンジャオロース、中央アジアのプロフなどが好きです。日本料理だとオーストリア人女性の回答と被りますが、味噌汁が好きです。皆さんの好きな異国料理や日本料理、外国の方にお勧めしたい日本料理をぜひコメント欄で教えてください。他にも動画のご感想などたくさんのコメントお待ちしております。チャンネル登録、いいねボタンもよろしくお願いします。